It's time to talk about Rodrygo. Okay, I know what you're thinking. The guy's got a ludicrous amount of talent, but that doesn't stop us from having this conversation and why I believe that his days should be numbered. Okay, that seems quite drastic, but I am going to dive into this. So, I really want to start with his position in the team. First of all, I do not think that he is doing enough to maintain that position. If you look at his figures from last season, I wouldn't go as far as to say that they are average by any stretch of the imagination. I just feel that he could be doing a lot more. So obviously we know that the main problem that Rodrygo has had since he's arrived in Madrid is Vinicius Jr. Rodrygo would ideally like to play on the left-hand side of the attack, and indeed when he does appear there, he is a million times better. You can tell that he's infinitely more comfortable chopping in onto his right foot, and he has got an incredible finishing ability. It's just that it's not going to happen. At Real Madrid, Vinicius is always going to maintain that position in the hierarchy. He will be the starter on that side. Now that you've got Mbappe, that's further adding to the issue for Rodrygo. You've now got two obstacles in front of you, and it's killing us right now because you've got all of these players, Bellingham included, who apparently likes to favour that side as well, who all want to drift over to the left wing. And what does it mean? It compromises us because it takes away from the right hand side of the attack. Now, I understand that if you engineer it correctly, you can force an extreme overload and it could engineer decent attacking situations. But all too often, it just leads to a massive imbalance in the side. Now, Rodrigo's goal scoring record last season wasn't the best. He managed 17 goals in all competitions, and he got a couple in the Champions League, including goals against City home and away. So his Champions League record isn't the worst, but he's not doing anywhere near enough in the league. Domestically, he's not contributing enough. And you have to say, well, okay, if he's in the team, he's got to be doing something right, or you replace him, just like you would in any other team on the planet. But it's not happening. And I believe that the reason is what happened this summer. We started to see these social media posts from Rodrygo and his entourage sort of intimating that he might consider leaving Real Madrid. And then what happened? Almost instantly, you saw the links with Man City. Man City in 80 million, 90 million, 100 million, whatever the case may be. And suddenly the fear starts to happen because the truth of the matter is that Rodrygo walks into City's 11. He goes straight in to that left wing spot. He finds Jeremy Doku, Jack Grealish, and he sits both of them on the bench. And suddenly, City have got an attack of Rodrygo in his favourite position, Haaland through the middle, and whoever they choose from the right, probably Foden. They've got all of the balance in the world, and they've upgraded massively on that side because it would be. Rodrygo walks into most sides in world football as a left winger. He takes it. And therein lies the problem. I believe that the situation is as simple as this. Yes, Rodrygo doesn't fit the profile that we need from a player on the right wing, but can we really risk him going to one of our direct rivals, especially City? Come on. Even if he went to Liverpool and his competition is Cody Gakpo and Luis Diaz, as good as Diaz has been from the start of this season, there's no doubt that Rodrygo is a massive upgrade and you're strengthening one of your biggest rivals. So, as much as there's the possibility there to earn a lot of money from his sale, can you risk it? I don't think you can, and that's the issue. But is it going to happen regardless? Because we don't know how this side is going to evolve over the coming year. If it turns out that Ancelotti goes with a diamond and two up top to accommodate Bellingham, which we anticipate Bellingham will have a starting role in this side, it's as simple as that, then there's no space for the third attacker. And if you're choosing between them, then you go with Mbappe And the likelihood is that Vinicius will command the other spot. Is Rodrygo going to be okay with this? I'm not sure. There was talk this summer that he might stick it out for one more season, see how things develop, especially with Mbappe coming to the team to see whether his opportunities are limited in any way. It's possible that they are. This time next summer, we could find ourselves in a position where he's engineering a move away. And could you really begrudge him? I don't think so, to be honest, because like I say, he could start for any of these teams and he'd do a really, really good job for them. But the truth of the matter is that he's not contributing enough here. And there are alternatives. Like I've just said, if you go with two up top and Bellingham in the diamond, fine, no problem. Balance, central. Admittedly, we could do with a little bit more width down the sides, but I do believe that that will be addressed next summer. The links with Alphonso Davies, Trent Alexander-Arnold, that will invariably aid that shortcoming in the team. On the other hand, if you want to go with 4-3-3, as Carlo Ancelotti tends to favour this season, have you got a better alternative in the squad? Possibly. I would lean towards Arda. Not sure that people would agree with me. I feel like he's a more natural fit for that side. I feel that he adds more creativity. He can open up the game for Mbappe. You've got an actual ball player. You can even go with Brahim Diaz, who has proven himself comfortable to operate from the right-hand side. The point being that Rodrygo's numbers are not justifying his position in the team. And there are occasions where we are better off taking him out of the limelight. So, whilst we are a million miles away from the transfer window, I do think that this is one to watch, particularly over the coming months. And you can see little hints here and there. For example, he was overlooked for the Ballon d'Or nominations. And what was the first thing he did? He made his post on social media begrudging that decision. It's coming. He's got very, very high expectations for himself. I can't blame him. He has contributed vital goals in the past and against the biggest opposition, but he's not delivering consistently and he's hurting our attack. And therein lies my perspective. Maybe you disagree with me, but whatever the case may be, if you did enjoy this content, please consider subscribing to the channel. Leave a comment, have a debate with me. I look forward to it. Take care.